it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control. Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talk about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
There you go. 40. Mark 50, Mark 50. And we got to get to the ball.
On 1st and 10, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
That's how we do it, baby. Quick the edge. Go. 49, check 49, check 49. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Hatchet. Cover.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
29 is Mike 29. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Jordan Reed has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Bell with a 1st down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott now from the 50. They will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Slants. Hey, kill. 27. We're going to 54. 57's the mic.
On play action, Prescott. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Mike 29. We got 47. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, 46.
7-yard line.
Mike, 57.
Here we go, go to 54, line.
SOS.
26.
From the 27, Prescott. And a little floater there is incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Greystone, travel.
Check.
Rock it.
Crouch.
Say go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Fair. Hard. Hey, lock it.
Hey, watch it. Check.
Roll out.
Check 99.
Shoot.
Throwing Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Hey, stand off.
You go tight.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go.
Watch out.
Look. Squeeze. Big grip.
Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Kill. Check 3. Check the backer.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. No. Look at me. Go.
Now Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Set. 60-yard. Check back. Switch. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Charlie.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
Truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
I'm scared.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this one complete to Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Go, get out there. Sponge. No. 26.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Let's go.
remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mike 50, Mike 50. In the face.
Here we go, 47.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Cut, cut, cut.
26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Complete to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Gun. 26.
They'll try again with Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Kill.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to.
Dion Lewis. Touchdown, Giants. Dion Lewis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. It's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Switch. Hey, switch gears.
On second down, it's Bell. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Watch the edge. Slam.
Prescott off play action. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return, it's Tate. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Knock it out. Watch twitch.
Bam. Hard.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got Lewis.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Shift. Under 10. You're out. Hey, check 28. Sam off.
Check. Watch the ship.
Hey, echo. Check up.
From the gun, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. It's caught by Bryant. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
65. 49. They're going to 53. He's checking. Crash. Hatchet. Slam. Switch winning.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Single.
It's a gain of a yard.
Hey, kill.
Third and 2.
47. Check. Under. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Kill.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
57. Mike, 57. Any weapon. Man, I got you. Check 50. Out. Check 43. 26.
Again, it's Bell. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Watch the twist. Hey, 47.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's coming.
Mike 29.
Then we're going to 53.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, half.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
I'm going to run you anything.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
SOS.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Now Lewis. Still going. They find some open field here. Dion Lewis past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dion Lewis, 63 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Go. Get out there. Here we go. 46.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. 57's the Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run.
26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Steps away. Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking long for his. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Line in.
Rip left. Shoot.
26.
This is Bell. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
47.
57's the Mike.
It's work. Hey.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Let's make these.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
26.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check four, check four. Hey, watch it.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
10 Lobo. 54, Mike, 54. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Look at me. Score, score. Lee Griffin.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
60 outlaw. Rock it.
First down.
Check three.
Here's Gallman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Recon 132 fighter. Ready?
This is Gallman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Switch. Set by.
They'll try to pound it in with Gallman. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Wayne Gallman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Giants 28, Jets 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Gun. Then we're going to 53. There we go, kill. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
Now Prescott on fourth down. That is caught. It's Perriman. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go to 54, line in. Gun. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott yet again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
47. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go, 47. Under.
57. I got you, boy. 57's Mike. Mike 57. We got double up.
57. Mike, 57.
Watch the pass.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
We're going to 54. Line in. Go right in.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, kill. Go. Get out there.
Hey, shut. 57 to Mike. All day.
26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Sponge! No! We're going to 54. 1 Switch it, hey! 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Demaryius Thomas. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Giants, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on